Hello everyone, PallyTime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. Hope you guys are doing well today. I'm actually going to start this video off kind of differently after I give the kind of baseline information to get us started. Because when Artanis was added into the game, he was so bad. Like, I would love to be in the room when they were fine-tuning this character, because he was just terrible. And you may think I'm over-exaggerating, but I'll show you. I'll show you what he was like. He was added into the game on October 20th, 2015. His current win rate these days, by the way, vastly improved character. Maybe the most improved character in the game. Do we have a stamp for that? Am I allowed to give out that title? 52.36% win rate right now. Popularity of 26%. 52 is very high. I believe he's in the top 3 bruisers right now. And that's a pretty competitive slot. A lot of people are playing bruisers these days. July 25th, 2018 is what I would consider his last big rework. Although since then, he's received patch after patch after patch. Also just getting a patch a couple weeks ago on July 20th of 2021, making him even better, bringing him even more to the forefront of the game. Let's go over to try mode. I'm excited. So Artanis has always had these same basic abilities, but all of them have been changed pretty considerably. So his Q ability allows him to dash a direction and then return to his location. A lot of you know the combo of dashing with Blade Dash and then swapping your position with an enemy with the Phase Prism. Did you know that when Artanis was added to the game, that combination of skills together did not work? Let me show you what it looks like so you know what I'm talking about. This thing, where you pull yourself into the target. When he was added into the game, he could only cast E while stationary. By the way, they just changed this to give him unstoppable while he's traveling. So you can't stay at the initial position while the other target's moving forward. I thought that was an interesting change. So basically what you would do in Artanis before would be walk up to someone, attack them, and then when things started going really well, you would boomerang and miss out on some attack damage. And if the target started to move away, that's when you'd swap them. Let's not forget, this skill doesn't have the longest skill shot in the whole world. It was super clunky. It was super bad. Another thing that didn't exist in his baseline kit before was, you know how when you charge to a target, that was a level 16 talent. In order to do this, you had to first get to level 16 and then choose to do that. I just think that shit's hilarious. So they went in and reworked him kind of early on, but what they did was they focused a lot of his power on Templar Zeal, reduce the mana cost of Blade Dash, blah, 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 reduce the cooldown of Blade Dash by 6 seconds each time that Shield Overload activates. And maybe it wasn't this talent, but the general idea was the lower your health got, the more you would just boomerang. So I'm going to turn cooldowns off to simulate this. And maybe Arthas will be a good example of enemy heroes fine. Let me get rid of my ally. Maybe Arthas will be a great example of what happens when you do this. So I'm going to start using my dash. Okay, Arthas is a terrible example. Basically, you could spam it out every few seconds and you would return back to a central location. But what would happen was the enemy would just walk away from you. Like, why would you sit in this when you could just... All right. Well, see you later. It was so bad. Now, while doing research for this episode, let me double check, actually. I don't want to spread any false information. I mean, I'm wrong sometimes, but I try not to be wrong on purpose. Yeah, I just did a quick search, and I think Amateur Opponent was always part of his kit? Is that right? While I was researching this, it seemed like Artanis really started to take off once he fell into a spot with amateur opponent, but actually what I think happened was his later talents got buffed. So triple strike, you attack 3 times with amateur opponent. That means you're just ripping apart neutral mobs. Honestly, some of the best single target PvE damage in the game comes from Artanis with amateur opponent. So you'd pick him up on maps like Battlefield of Eternity and focus down the angel really, really quickly. However, for a while, that was kind of his only thing. That's what he did. That's what his playstyle was. You picked him to secure those objectives. However, we have a new talent on the block, or at least relatively new, with Protector of Ire, which allows him to scale up his hero damage as well, giving him even more usability. Also, when Deathwing was added, he was like one of the #1 Deathwing killers as well. Anyway, I know we don't normally start in try mode, but this character is so unique with how terrible he was. I wanted you guys to get the full experience. I hope you got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Garden Terror map today. I want to start this episode off by saying that the A through Z is not about winning, and it never has been. It's about talking about the characters, celebrating their past, where they've come from, and where they're going. However, I've had the worst strand of bad lucks just getting this video ready. 2 games in a row with AFKs. 1 game with a guy who literally fed. The match wasn't going the way he wanted, so he just continuously walks into buildings. People still do that? Let the battle begin. It's been hard. And I mean, I don't care if I win or lose a match. It's all about having fun. And I like that. I like that I'm that way. However, I'm not going to show you a match with a feeder in it. I'm just not going to do it. Time is tight. This is going to be my last game of the day, so I hope to make it count. The friendly team: Artanis, Alarak, Gazebo, Hogger, and Nova. Ooh, speaking of... Oh, that was Genji. I thought that was Nova for some reason. The enemy team: Genji, the Lost Vikings, Tychus, Rexar, and Kalthazad. I'm just going to go down and contest the Vikings down here. At level 1, we did pick up the Protector of Ire talent, which is going to give us increasing damage every time we auto-attack an enemy. So literally, my goal in this lane is to hit them. That's it. It's not a complicated goal. It's not a very difficult goal at all, really. I just got to hit them. However, I mean, you got to hit them enough to where, like, they don't think you're a threat and don't back away, because you need those consistent hits. Every time we auto-attack them, we're going to be gaining 0.1% increased auto-attack damage for the rest of the game. So really, we're scaling ourselves up for success the more we fight in the beginning of the game. However, I actually feel like this has a direct conflict with how Artanis is designed right now, because Artanis gets so much power level 10, 13, 16. Fighting in the early game, especially without a healer, can kind of feel crummy. And that's what I've been experiencing today. Like, I want to go in, I want to fight, I want to deal damage, I want to secure kills. But here I am, not doing any of that. Actually, Nova coming down and securing that kill means that we get 1% increased damage for just being part of the takedown. And we can actually use our global ultimate abilities at level 10 to also kind of exploit this fact as well. Anyway, we are going to go for Shield Surge at level 4. That's so hard to say. What Shield Surge is going to do is give us a bigger shield if we are low on health. Artanis has a trait called Shield Overload, and as we take damage, if we're below 50% health, we will start to generate a shield for our character. Another % added on to my damage. Beautiful. And that talent just makes it so the shield is even more impressive the lower our health gets. There's another talent that we're going to pick up as well called Final Cut. That's going to do a very similar thing, giving us more damage on our abilities after using an ability, or on our auto attacks after using an ability, if our health is low. We see Rexar trying to use Misha to zone these guys out. We're going to get in front of him, swap into his face, and land some free auto attacks as he's leaving. Remember, Misha counts as a hero. So if she dies in a team fight, that's going to be another % of damage that I get. the Vikings count as a hero. So if they die in a team fight, that's another % of damage that I'm gonna get. This game actually has the potential to be nuts. Genji going in with the interrupt. He's just out of range for my strike, but we do end up landing it. Misha moving forward now. I'm going to try to mess up his route, and indeed we did, using the boomerang to put ourselves on the other side of that terrain. Alarak still can't quite get the channel off. Misha is trapped inside of the zombie wall at the moment. That's going to be another %. Almost getting it again. Rexar actually moving pretty far forward here. Our friendly team kind of running out of steam, unfortunately, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it. So even though we didn't get that first objective, we still actually scaled pretty well in that fight. Already sitting at 95 stacks of Protector of Ire. I was talking about a Nubarak last game. Did you guys know about Epicenter? Oh, I was actually so embarrassed about that. I'm still recovering from being, you know, out of it for a few days, and sometimes I have a list of talking points, and I can't remember which ones I talked about. And Epicenter was one of those examples. Feel kind of crummy about it. But actually, speaking about Alarak, I talked about how low his base health regen is. We have more than a tank. At level 1, we have like 7 health regen per second. That's significantly more than a Nubarak, who starts with 4. That's another reason I think that region quest is really good. Next objective coming up in a few seconds. There are a bunch of different types of swap techniques that you need to master if you want to play Artanis. And some of them are way harder than others. I've been doing a lot of really easy ones, which are what I call the engage swap, where you literally just walk up to an enemy and you're like, hello. Oh, I could have killed Kel'Thuzad there with my boomerang if I was just paying a little bit more attention. If he's running those away, I'll channel. Someone please get this one. Zebo. Oof, you hate to see it. Genji chasing down our Nova right now with the help of the Vikings at her back. Genji is going to be successful. The Vikings moving forward again. Misha actually being really disruptive here. Let's see if we can kill Misha. Ugh. Just let me go. I'm the focus of everything. Meanwhile, these Vikings playing the game properly. The Vikings I had earlier stayed in one clump and they didn't do anything. Today's such a shit Heroes Day. I'm trying not to let it affect me, but I'm having flashbacks of all the terrible fucking matches I was in. Unfortunately, this enemy team is actually very well equipped for delaying objectives like this. Genji can poke it down. Kel'Thuzad can poke at us. Obviously, Misha can go in and just be a nuisance on the point to stop us from advancing. And that's leading into the favor of the Vikings, who are then able to soak XP on 2 opposite sides of the map right now. Luckily for us, it doesn't seem like this Vikings player is super responsive on his button presses back to the Vikings. So maybe I'm going to start using that to my advantage. Actually, in that one chaotic moment, he lost 3 Vikings there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. At level 10, most people go for the suppression pulse. The enemy team only has 1 real auto attacker, and Tychus is pretty scary, but Purifier Beam might be my answer today. Especially if we can get some really funny resets off the Vikings. I think that would be fun. Augur's moving back to our mercenary camp, while Tychus and Genji were moving forward. Tychus actually moving back into me is not going to be a mistake that he's going to live to talk about. We're at 15.9% increased damage right now. We see Misha and Rexar at the top of the screen. They're just out of swap range for me, unfortunately. Dude, Nova literally couldn't even move. She was just screwed. All right, Nazebo's taking that over. Good, good, good. We'll head down to the bottom lane and try to help out with the objective. Tychus is respawning before Nova is, so we need to keep that in mind. Maybe this is one of those situations where we let them just move in and take this shit over. Since they've been so dominant at just delaying us, maybe we let them move into the vulnerable position. The Vikings are moving around a lot in the bottom lane. The precision strike on nothing doesn't change that. Genji could take down this building and chase me quite far here, but look at what the enemy team's doing. They're not even interested in the objective until we've done all of the heavy lifting, getting it ready for them. So again, that kind of just makes me want to play safe. Hold back. Don't go in. Let them do it. However, our Nova and Hogger clearly seem to disagree, even though we're missing some members of our friendly team right now. I might be able to do a cool swap here where we go... Nope, that's not going to happen. We shouldn't even go to those outnumbered. Let's focus on just beating up Vikings if we have some dead. They were literally just in the area waiting for us to go in for like 30 seconds. They still haven't gotten it. I mean, look, this is pretty telling. This is pretty telling. They're not even channeling. We can interrupt if we want. If we want to use our Purifier Beam on that guy, we certainly can. It'll at least get him moving around and delay the objective a little bit. We have a bribe from Nova going out on a mercenary camp, and we are going to start to take our big damaging talents. Triple Strike allows us to strike 3 times instead of 2 with our W ability. So we can add that increased damage that we've been scaling onto more and more attacks. Alarak going in, securing a great kill. Dude, I can't even move. Great kill on the enemy team's Tychus. However, I was rooted in place inside of the laser drill underneath the ult of Kel'Thuzad. I could not move at all. And yet again, look what's happening. The enemy team has no real interest in taking this objective. They just want to fight around it and spare time for the Vikings to go around the map and do some things. And we're still going in one at a time. Let's stop going in one at a time. Oh, no, here it is again. Here it is. Okay, you got him. Jesus Christ, dude, come on. What is happening? Oh, Nova left the game. Okay. Guys, sorry, I DC'd. I don't know what that was. Oh, man. All right, we'll try to clear out the bottom here. We're 2 levels behind the enemy team right now, and hopefully not out of this game. The only member of the enemy team we see on the map right now is Eric. However, there's not any really big bosses for the enemy team to take down, so they're likely at that top right location, just getting their camps kind of together. This does give us a really good opportunity to soak some XP and get back in this game. Every lane except for top right now is being soaked, so that's really, really good. We have a 25-second warning on the next objective, and we need to do a lot to prepare. We did pick up, or we will be picking up, Titan Killer. This is going to give us some % damage on our adversaries. Let's go ahead and just cast the ult here onto Tychus and try to trade with him in this one central location. Hopefully the team is continuing to do that too, and I'm not just dead from the laser. Oh no, I'm not dead from the laser. Instead, I'm going to be dead from Genji. Holy shit! Holy shit, don't chase me! Don't you fuck off! Go back to your Overwatch! Once again, the objective up. The enemy team not really interested in taking this in any quick fashion. Nazebo getting caught by Misha and not moving away. Oh, Titan Killer unlocked. It looks like our Alarak is starting to pop off with a little bit of damage here, boys. It is starting to happen. Will we be able to catch up to Kel'Thuzad? Yes, we will. I kind of wanted to swap Misha back, but unfortunately I missed there. And we're going to follow after this Viking to... I'm actually not. I'm going to go to the objective. The objective's the right call now. 3 members of the enemy team down. A Viking missing. Misha down as well. Let's see if we can kill off this guy quickly and then summon, please. Of course, it was interrupted, but Nazebo can run this guy out. He can get him out of here. I am so confident. And we pick up our second objective of the match. I see a Viking that's being microed in the top lane. Kel'Thuzad respawning in 14 seconds. Looks like some spicy stuff happening here. What's our Alarak sadism at? 161. We need to keep him alive. That's really important. That's where a lot of our damage is going to be coming from right now. I was thinking about a play where maybe I could swap Misha back into me. Let me show you some swap examples. This is called a Hail Mary. It never lands. When it does land, your whole team is like, holy shit, look at that, that's incredible. However, that doesn't happen very often. You're probably going to have better odds with any other kind of swap. We already showed the gap close one, but I'll show it again really fast here on Tychus. We just swap into him to start dealing some damage. Super duper effective at engaging like that. Cannot recommend it enough. We're going to put our ult on the enemy team's Kel'Thuzad because I don't want him standing still casting. I want him moving. More importantly, I want him fucking away from me. So we put it on him. After a small delay, a beam comes down from the sky and forces him to reposition or take a ton of damage if he is stationary. The objective is happening. Nazebo still pushing middle. We're going to get that for free. 2 of the Vikings in the top lane and another coming to Nazebo right now. Actually, with that chain, he might be in a bit of fucking trouble. But you know what? They're not here. Take this. Just take this. We have them on a goose chase right now. Let's use that to our advantage. We have a great distraction, and Nazebo got out of there alive. That's actually crazy. I'm just going to walk away from the drill. I don't feel like contesting that damage. I've had a lot of problems with the drill today. However, I do have a pretty decent vantage point here. If the enemy team did rotate down this way, we would have been in an okay spot to actually swap them back in. Middle... Oh, no. Sorry. I'm just leaving. Oh, I would have been responsible if Alarak died there because I ran into him. I'm going to go back too. I'm going to protect my health bar. Protect my health bar. We don't want to die here. Obviously, I want to be pushing. Obviously, I should be doing some siege damage, but that was kind of one cascading decision leading into another. We do see precision strike happening on nothing down in the bottom lane. Hager and Nova down here together. We are going to see Nova start to back up, but of course, Genji can chase pretty far. She is going to use her trait to get into that on-command stealth. Oh, unfortunately, I lined up my auto attack not on Genji there, and that's not what I was aiming for. When you do the close engage swap, you can really surprise people with a large amount of damage, like instantaneously, if you do it right. Although, it does take a little bit of practice. Genji for the enemy team is going to start to run away as Nazebo and Alarak are reinforcing. We do see Kel'Thuzad out front. I'm putting the beam on him. If he wants to stay here, he can, but I would advise him to leave. The boars of Rex are being used. This probably means he's trying to initiate for his team. There was absolutely no follow-up, though. I'm going to start to hit this building. At level 20, we did pick up Zealot Charge. Again, you didn't have a charge at all historically on Artanis. Just think about that for a second. I believe Zealot Charge also just had its range effectiveness increased as well, making it even better to use. I believe that hit me, so he is going to have another cast of that, but Kel'Thuzad pretty pushed up here. We're going to land the swap on him as he tries to root me. Zealot Charge! There we go. It's coming together. There we go. We're looking at a 28.3% attack damage increase. Isn't that nuts? You're kind of scaling like the butcher, but you can't lose any meat. It's pretty fun, actually. And don't forget, you gain more survivability the lower your health gets. The other kind of swap you can do is pretty hard to pull off as well. But let's say the enemy team is right here attacking our wall. I can jump back, but prism forward. So I could be on the other side of the wall, and I basically pull them back into all of the tower stuff. Pretty hard to pull off, but really fun situations with that one, if you can find the opportunity to do it. Bottom lane, Nova literally just continuing to feed. I don't know what's going on there. Middle lane is open for the taking right now. However, the enemy team likely... Ooh, good dash. Starting to rotate up. I think that would have been a mistake if I actually landed that. The objective is ready. I want to distract these guys as best I can. I'm literally just trying to take damage so they don't go after the objective right now. That was the only intention there. Hopefully it was enough to channel it. Unfortunately, it was not, as the Vikings are reinforcing. However, some people sadism, some people sadism, and it looks like sadism on our Alarak is going pretty well. His damage looking pretty good. 170 right now. He has taken a lot of damage from the enemy team's drill, and unfortunately he's going to lose that damage there. Hager with a decent spot is going to be Tasmanian Devil back to safety. If you're ever in this situation, just hit the Vikings and they'll be stunned, and then you don't have to have this super duper close escape. Nazebo, being chased by 2 members of the enemy team, is going to ice block. The precision strike once again hits nothing. but a fantastic zombie wall keeps him inside. Good job. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Next objective coming up in 27 seconds. We're going to be back up just in time for that. However, our Nazebo will not. Kel'Thuzad for the enemy team will also not be there. But he, of course, has that global ultimate that he chose. I'm going to be late to the objective, but I am going to try to stop this Viking up in the top lane. Does he see me coming? It doesn't really matter. Oh, never mind with the jump. Nice reaction there. I'm just going to cycle back to middle and chase after Eric now. Keep his attention between his two characters as best I can. Hey, little buddy. See you later. The objective is up and we're heading towards it now that our entire team will soon be spawned. Let's put the laser on Tychus and then try to swap into him. That swap did not quite connect, but it did force the enemy team to back up while we secured a kill on Genji. Our entire team backed up though. I don't really know what I'm doing here by myself at the moment. Not able to swap into the Vikings because of the jump. Still doing pretty big damage to Misha. Now that they're backing away, I'm going to try to sneak the channel. Tychus in the bush, literally just standing there. The laser drill dealing a ton of damage to me. I think it'll be enough to kill me. He's had some really good laser drill placements. But yeah, why did we just abandon it and go to the bottom lane? I'm having a really hard time keeping up with my games today, boys. I'm having a really hard time. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe you could chime in. Am I just getting too old? Is that all that's happening? Nova, literally at no HP, is just watching as Hager runs in by himself yet again. Hello, a surprise Alarak from the bush and a kill from Nova with no HP. Do take Kel'Thuzad out of the game. We have 132 sadism on our... sadism. Let's not get it wrong. Sadism on our Alarak. So he's getting back into the game. However, pushing up to the defenses by himself. No one decided to follow him. And he is going to be able to get out of there. We have some really, really big mercenaries pushing the top lane. And the precision strike. 2 charges of the precision strike. Doesn't kill it. What the fuck? Ideally right now, I think we invade the enemy jungle. It'd be great if we had some kind of global ultimate we could put on top of it. But I think the enemy team is here, as they just proved. And I do think that would have been a great opportunity to gain some ground on them. Auger back in the base, healing up. The next objective in 15 seconds. And one Viking walked a little too close to our side of the map. We are at 33.8 increased auto attack damage at the moment. The objective up in just 3 seconds, but our Alarak has a new target in mind. I cannot engage into this. Dude, I can't do anything. Literally just at the whims of what the enemy team wants to do to me at that point. Couldn't fall back, couldn't move forward. Of course, we don't have a support to save me in that situation either. A lot of stuff happening at this team fight as Nazebo is battling off Misha while his Gargantuan clears off the objective for the enemy team to move in. Nazebo does get taken down. That means 3 of us are dead at the moment, and this is going to be the first objective for the enemy team. Now, all things considered, we should be pretty good at defending this. If I auto attack and then hit Twin Blades, that's 3 auto attacks plus my regular auto attack, all hitting for 34.1% increased damage. Even without amateur opponent, we should still hit this pretty hard. Obviously, amateur opponent's 150%. I mean, that's a lot of percent. But through PvP encounters, our PvE has also gotten better in this game. I think that's pretty fun. You don't have to just pigeonhole yourself into the amateur opponent talent any longer. Top lane is being killed pretty quickly. We have respawned and we will be rejoining the middle lane. Please don't do anything too scary. They can see you. We are going to swap the enemy team's Misha back into position to pick up some more damage on our character for that. This is also a pretty big hindrance to Rexar for the next 18 seconds, as he's going to be waiting for Misha to respawn. And we defend the middle lane. Now moving down to the bottom, we defend the bottom lane. The objective for the enemy team could have been a lot scarier if the Vikings got a little bit more value. But they all decided, once again, just to back up. We know they're here because they scouted it. I want to engage on this. No, I don't. I do not want to engage on this. Put the beam down, run away. Put it down and run. The enemy team does pick up. I did not expect all of them to be there. What the fuck is happening, dude? The enemy team do pick up the mercenary camp. I'm rooted in place right now, but we are engaging on the back line, taking down not only Tychus, but the Viking by his side as well. Unfortunately, the rest of that fight did not go very well. The enemy team now starting to group up and moving towards the bottom objective. Alarak is staying alive with 158 sadism, so that's good for his damage increases. However, we have two buildings that are very susceptible to damage if the enemy team wants to pressure it. We do see Genji starting to poke and Kel'Thuzad moving in as well. Alarak charging in on the enemy team's Kel'Thuzad and just deletes him. He's just gone. Nice job. Very nice job. We have 7 deaths in this match, which of course never feels good. We've done 58,000 hero damage and 21,000 shielding just on ourselves. I find that when I'm playing Alarak, like a healer goes such a long way. Having another front line that's actually there goes such a long way. If they're not just focusing you, you can get so much more done in a team fight than in situations that I feel like I keep finding myself in this match where I'm very exposed to the enemy team. I'm just kind of at their whim. If they want to kill me, there's not too much I can do about it, unfortunately. Give question mark has been called. However, we know the enemy team's response time has been terrible, so I'm going to take some time to actually clear this camp. Hogger looked like he was in there by himself for a while. Who could have possibly seen that coming? Nazebo trying to move in and delay. We see a precision strike going down as well. I mean, just give it. Precision strike being used again. Alarak might be looking to engage at some point. Let's put this down on Tychus. Ooh, actually totally wasted. And we get an objective. Look at that. Look at that. Do it. You won't chain me. Do it. Re-engaging on Kel'Thuzad. Let's go ahead and cast our ultimate on him. He does have that gap closer if he got a kill recently, but we are able to secure that kill. Now Genji looking for a place to run is going to move through me. I'm going to gap close back onto him. As I went in for the multiple strikes, he used his ult to immunity it. That was actually a beautiful move on his part. That was a guaranteed kill from me if he did not do that. Meanwhile, the Viking longship is going to be stunned, and the last of the Vikings is going to be precision fucking striked. Hopefully we can get some pushing done. Hopefully we can get some please. Oh my god, Genji's just running wild down here. Oh no, the zombies of Nazebo able to chase him down, but Nova rejoined the game, everybody. You know, this is actually such a fitting match for what I've been experiencing with almost all of my practice games with Artanis. You know, the A through Z is about preserving the state of the game, and I truly feel like it's just been fucking bonkers today. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, it might just be me. It may just be me. Maybe I'm tilted. That happens. Everybody gets tilted. Alarak at the bottom of the map does have 2 members of the enemy team moving up on him. I'm going to put the laser on Tychus. So if he wants to play around that, he can at least try to. At least we're helping out a little bit. I need to remount up and try to make my way down to him, but at least we bought a little time for our other Protoss friend. 4 members of the enemy team are live at the moment, so I'm going to try to play a little defensively, moving to our night camp to try to secure this for us. Hey, fun thing you can do with knights, you can always make one dance around if you position properly. And then he doesn't get any damage on you the entire time. That's kind of fun, right? Hey, that's a fun tip, right? The enemy team's Viking running into me at this point. Oh, and I missed the swap. Eric, so swift, so brave, so small. Update on our damage increase. We're at a 43.8 right now, which is pretty high. We see Hogger getting himself into some trouble in the middle lane. Let's see if we can go over and help. That's a lot of the enemy team, and our Nova just walked into him. We're going to focus as much as we can on Genji. Great precision strike that time. Hopefully she's able to get to safety. I tried to gap close onto a Viking, but I missed, so I'm going to hit Misha instead. We deal percentage damage, so that's not the end of the world. We can actually burst her down pretty quickly if Rexar isn't monitoring that. Our Q is ready. I'm using it to get out of the Genji ult and engage even harder on Tychus, who I'm now going to cast my ult on to secure that kill, because he's not getting away today. The next objective is up. 3 members of the enemy team, 2.5 are dead. This isn't a big objective for us, so I'm not going to go to it, but I kind of did want to go back for a little bit of healing. Oh, good dodge, bud. Good dodge. I don't think we're going to be able to kill this core. I think in most games we would be able to kill the core. I don't think it's going to happen. But here fucking goes. I'm hitting it. Well, let's back up. I'm getting zoned by Misha. It looks like they're pushing out bottom at the moment as well. The Viking longship is a thing. Alarak peeling for me a little bit. So now if we go to the objective, everyone's low on health because we just stood around the core for a really long time and didn't do anything. Those kind of plays can just ruin your momentums in matches. It just absolutely ruins it. The friendly team is on the objective now, and the enemy team is going to interrupt it with Eric, so swift, so brave in the bush. That's going to give enough time for Kel'Thuzad to fire off his ultimate, interrupting yet another attempt at it. Our Nazebo taken down because he's low on health. Precision strikes rolling in from the other side of the map now. And now we're the ones with a person down for this. What if we just kill this drill? Fuck that drill. Genji diving into the air is going to stop a lot of what I wanted to do, and unfortunately we are taken down soon after. I should have just gone to the objective when I was thinking about it earlier. If you go back, there was a moment where I was walking towards mid and I was like, should I get this? The core's open. Should I go to the core? Should I get this? And ultimately I decided to go to the core. If I just walked up to that, that would have been secured for the team. The reason I decided not to earlier was because it wasn't a big objective for either side. And really, if we're talking about optimizing, I just shouldn't have died there. If it's not a big objective, I should have just been comfortable with walking away. That's kind of the problem with Artanis. His entire kit revolves around fighting. If you're not fighting, you're not winning. If you can't fight, you don't get shield overloads. Shield overloads are how you stay alive. So unfortunately, once combat starts, you really have to commit in a lot of instances, which is why I think a healer just being on your team is so fucking helpful. We've staggered another death with Nova being taken down. That means another objective is available to the enemy team, and we're not going to be able to do anything about this one either. This is a 32-minute match. Are you kidding me? Are we gonna get to level 30? Are you fucking kidding me? The core's open! The enemy team, if they get the next objective, is gonna be in such a beautiful spot. They're likely at their night camp right now as the Vikings continue to soak. The seed is spawning in 28 seconds in the top left position, which is actually really good for us. Yeah, kill him.
More fertilizer.
If we can get this pushing, the Vikings have to be the ones to respond to it, which means they're going to be a little bit more of a nuisance to us, hopefully. Auger's super duper low on health. He's going to have to go back to the base. The objective is pushing, and it is heading towards the core, and we have our global ultimate to delay this if we need to delay it. However, do we stop this push? We can at least poke at it. The enemy team not showing at the objective yet. Our team slow to get here as well. Hogger just starting to make his way back. We see Tychus with Rexar trying to loop around to the bottom right position. Nova, please don't go in. Yeah, they're in lane, so we should try to channel. Literally, Alarak could just be channeling right now. Nova could just be channeling right now. I pulled all of these things to the fucking side so anyone could channel. And they wait for the goddamn fucking laser drill to be in play. And then I go in and fucking die with no one fucking doing anything about it. Oh my god, please. The objective's still open. Still channelable. The enemy team at level 29. I don't even know what to do anymore. I've never seen a level 30 game. I think I'm about to see a level 30 game. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things aren't what they used to be. No. Yes, we broke into the I'm frustrated, so I'm singing segment. The boar is chasing after Alarak, but the missed stun on Misha actually lets him live. And he's going back for seconds. Hogger is going to take our mercenary camp. Fuck it, dude. Let's do it. Get in there. I'm all here for it. Let's fucking go. This game's going to end one way or the other. We might as well be the ones to decide how it ends. Get back in my range, you motherfucker. Come here, you dipshit. The seed spawning in 8 seconds. The drill was just used. Will someone actually come over here and channel? Or is the core open? Literally channel. You fucking knoll. You fucking knoll. Just right click on the fucking flower. I don't want to see a level 30 game. Secure this shit and get in this fucking base. I don't want to see a level 30 game. Oh, the swap does miss as Nova is taken down. Yet another cat. Please just hit the core. Just the core. The core is what we need to hit. This isn't gonna happen again. The enemy team has too many people up. We're diving in the bot. We gotta help them. At this point, we have to help them. Oh no. 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 The core! The core! I don't want to see a level 30 game! I don't want to see a level 30 game, please! Oh god. I just ruined his kill. Please just hit the fucking core. No! Oh my god! No! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! This is so absurd. This is so ridiculous. The precision strike delay. Does she have another charge? If she does, she didn't use it. How strong are 37-minute garden terrors? I don't know. However, the enemy team doesn't have any lanes pushed other than middle, and that's not where our team is. Instead, our Nazebo is walking into them. And please note that the enemy team was not pushing at the 30 fucking 8-minute mark. You wanted it back? Oh. Oh, I didn't realize that's what you wanted to do. Oh, really? You wanted a back door? That's great. Why did you fucking do it then? Get that shit out of here. Oh my god. I just want it to end. Please end my suffering, please. And now he's AFKing. Wow, I have never seen a level 30 match in all of my years playing this. Since 2014, I have never seen a level 30 match. That is incredible. I'm done talking. See you guys. See you guys later. It's not even that. Dude, Tim, literally the game before that, I had a butcher with 20 fucking meat at the 16-minute mark. Literally kill minions. That's all you need to do. And then the game before that, we had a Zul who died once and then proceeded to AFK, fucking just walk down middle and die to buildings. I didn't know people still did that. I thought the people that didn't like the game stopped playing the game.
Do you need? I told you, man. If you needed like a decent player, I don't
need goddamn matchmaking. That's what I fucking need, Dev.